All right, traders, Abdurrahman from fxltariq.com. From FX, let me just put that in here as a disclosure. fxltariq. fxltariq.com. Listen, I wanted to show you guys an interesting formation that's taking place here on the euro dollar on the daily chart. I could have drawn my trend line actually from this point onward. Doesn't make a difference. The trend line is here. You have your 3 confirmed touches, and it's off to the races on this one. I've added another trend line here which will form a wedge. What I'm looking at on this chart is a movement out from the particular trend line. I don't know what's going to happen with this chart. It is an interesting chart. We see the euro is, if it breaks out from here, it has the potential to move up into this particular area, obviously at the 1.1433 level. About a 447 pips. Full disclosure, I am in a trade right now. It doesn't matter to me whether it is a sell or a buy. I have no bias on any particular pair, whatever. I trade based on price action. Now, with that said, I won't cancel I won't cancel out my trade. But this is for you guys who may be looking to get into a particular trade. My trade was valid when I enter it. It either hits its stop or it hits its targets. That's how I trade, guys. But for those who may be looking to enter into a trade, if it breaks this particular trend line here, you have a potential nice setup. I just thought I would like to share this with you, how this wedge is forming, this particular pattern, and it may be of interest to you. Also, I was looking at a similar setup off of the Kiwi, the New Zealand US dollar. It was on the 4-hour chart at that particular time. And what we had was a wedge that was forming, not a wedge, a flag pattern that was forming off of the trade. Just quickly, for those who would like to see. And I was looking at this yesterday, and as I was looking at this, we noticed that it was pushing up in a squeeze play. So with that said, I anticipated a breakout from here. It did do that. This line was, it did make the breakout, and it continued on. Now, for me, this was not a trade that I would have taken, 56 pips, and I'll show you why in a moment. For some scalpers and for those, you could have easily had a trade off of this candle here once it cleared off of the these levels here at 66.48. But the most interesting point for me is this. Here's my trade, looking for a daily setup here. We already have this particular candle here, which has penetrated the 66.29 zone. It cleared out any stops that were sitting over in this level here. Let me get rid of some of this. It cleared out the stops from over here, and what I'm looking for is a double top trade, a sell trade, and ride this all the way back down on the daily, off of a daily chart. So we're looking to see what happens on today's candle. Somewhere entry into here, bringing it down 200 up to 400 pips. Looks to be a nice trade setup. You guys, be picky about your trades and which trades you're going to take and which trades offer you a good return on your investment. Looking at this particular chart, for myself, this was not a trade that would have been worth my time and my effort. With that said, you guys have a magnificent day on purpose, and I